Thank you guys for eating weird pizza tonight, like not your typical pizza. You know, there's a lot of pizzerias in town. They all have their own thing. You know, Pizza Hut is known for their lunch buffets. Papa John's always comes with that little cup of shirt ruiner. That you know what I'm talking about, with the pepper next to the pepperoncinis, the smiley salt. And we kind of do a weird, different kind of pizza. Not typically like these pizzas. We do some of these. We change it up a lot. And it was really fun to use the food that was grown here, because these guys do such a wonderful job on their seed selection and their weeding. And you know, my kids signed up I got 2 little girls, 7 and 8 years old. They signed up for Peace Farm Camp this summer. And they came up for 5 consecutive days of weed picking contest. Thanks for exploiting my kids. Yeah. So a lot of the food we have, all this wonderful food, and we have the 7 and 8, 9-year-olds to thank for out there coming home all bitten up by wasps and all scabbed over and wearing their fingers down to the bone. So child exploitation is alive and well. Okay. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna go play some more basketball. I think what they really wanted me to talk about was local foods. Take it off? I don't want. This is how I normally stand. Okay. So anyway, I was playing basketball. Shiatsu. I use a lot of local foods at my restaurant, and there's 3 reasons why I do so. I'm going to make this really brief. Okay?
You can stretch it out if you want.
No, it's cool. It's cool. We got lots of more entertaining people than me. Lots of better basketball players out there. I just was second string JV, and then I finally quit basketball when my dad got in a fist fight with the coach, because obviously he wasn't utilizing his bench like my father thought he should do. It's like my dad's up there saying, "You're up by 70 points. Put someone else in, like my fat son." And then they're like, "Ugh." And I'm like, "Oh, this is embarrassing." So he did put me in. I scored 3 consecutive baskets. It was great, and I broke the hoop. So I'm on a little bit of a diet because I eat a lot of pizza. But you know, I've tried all these diets, like whatever it is, give me lean or whatever that stuff is called. But it doesn't work. So I finally am marketing a new diet. It's called the Black Tarp diet. It's about 95 degrees here a lot of times in the summer. So the diet is a black tarp and a motivational CD that just essentially yells at you not to come out from underneath the tarp. Because, it says, "You're fat, get back under there. You eat too much pizza, get it out of under." And I'm just like under there, sweating and sweating. I lost like 3 pounds. Call it Slim Slow. I'm on Slim Slow program instead of the Slim Fast program or the Black Tarp diet. Where am I? Welcome to the Broadway Inn. Anyway, so local foods. I buy a lot of local foods, and the reason why I use local foods, and this is what you guys are going to get tested on at the end of this. 3 reasons, right? Quality, economics, and environmental impact. Quality is, I'm going to make this really short again, but the quality of the food that we get here in Missoula is so much better than food that was sat on a truck coming from a long ways away, because it could get picked at its prime. It's already ripe, and you could taste the vitamins in it, and it's not all wilted or gassed or gone from warehouse to warehouse. A lot of the foods that you see in the Safeways of the world, all that food was picked such a long time ago because they had to account for everything being in transit. It's going from a warehouse, getting divided into another truck, and then it sits on the shelf. When you buy local foods, the stuff gets picked. Often I talk to people, I text them, I tell them what I want for the next day or later that day, and they pick. It's hours out of the ground, and that's really important to me, that I could get food that has a lot of flavor. You don't have to do a lot of doctoring up to it because the food is delicious in and of itself. The second would be the economics. All the dollars that I spend on food, and I know all this food was grown here, but I buy from tons of local farmers here, and it's important to keep money in those farmers' pockets, because if these guys can't succeed and replant their crop the next year, because I'm spending money with the big food companies, the Monsantos, the ConAgras, all these giant companies, then they're not going to be able to keep farming. And then all I'm going to have is like these big commercial farms with food that comes on a truck that's made in a laboratory or something like that. And then these people have money in their pockets, so they can go to Betty's Divine, right, and buy skinny pants, skinny jeans or something, right? And then the people at Betty's Divine go to Kettle House and get a pint, and the people from Kettle House can go get coffee. And we contribute to a vibrant, thriving, sustainable community. And then the third is the environmental impacts. If stuff sits on a truck and it gets, shipped, why people have lamb, restaurants who have New Zealand lamb in Montana seems crazy to me, because there's lamb all over the place. I mean, I almost hit 3 of them on the way into the farm. No, those were baby elk or something. They still look the same. The deer is a baby elk. That's right. So I was playing basketball. So then the other is the environmental impact, all the pollution and the carbon emissions and the forklift trucks. So those are the 3 reasons why I do that. And the reason why I'm able to do that is I switch my menu up. Instead of offering stuff like flash fried popcorn, shrimp, and plantains, where I'd have to buy that stuff from Thailand or something. I love Thai food. Nothing wrong with Thailand. They just came out. Sometimes I'm not in control of those things. Nothing against Thailand. But then if I have that stuff on my menu and people order that, then I'm forced to get that stuff all the time. If I have cabbage and potatoes and bacon and fennel marmalade on my menu, then I can buy from local farmers all the time. And then I switch the menu seasonally, and I just hope that I can, come up with something delicious enough that Missoula could support. And I've been really fortunate that everyone in Missoula is really into food, into local food, fresh food, stuff that's done the right way, and that's why I'm able to support my family and play basketball. I could keep going on.